Bam, welcome to the show tonight. Pro se litigation, a lawsuit school. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors. Get all set up here. And tonight we're going to talk about the traffic ticket situation. Well, excuse me, traffic warning ticket. I got a traffic warning ticket. And we're going to talk about one mistake that I made, a very small mistake, but nonetheless, it. Hey, Facebook user, I need you guys, if you're coming from Facebook, to head over to this URL and this link and give StreamYard permission to use your Facebook username, and that way we can see who you are when you comment and stuff. Welcome to the show tonight. Who are you? Okay. So I'm gonna just leave that up there for a minute, so people that are coming from Facebook can go there. Oh, there's somebody else. You guys go there. Oh no, that's Ramon. Welcome, Ramon. So let's just keep rolling because we got some stuff to talk about tonight. I think what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to show you guys my video. I'm going to post it tomorrow so you guys will get a look at it today. Now, the video that I'm going to show you guys is the second half of the traffic stop that I talked about a few weeks ago. And we didn't really think to start recording at the beginning. But at the beginning, the officer walked up, I gave him my passport, and he took it and told me that I was speeding and waited for me to say incriminating stuff. And I just looked at him like he was crazy, like I didn't understand what he was saying. And he went back, and then he came back to the car, to the vehicle a second time to ask me for additional information because obviously he couldn't find me in their jurisdiction, and he couldn't just let it go. And so he went back, and the mistake I made, which is the first thing that we're going to talk about, is giving him any information. I started out telling him, hey, I'm pleading the fifth. I'm not giving you any more information other than my identification, and that's it. And so then he kind of challenged me on driving without being able to verify that I had a license to drive. And so his goal was to find out if I had a valid driver license in the state of Kansas, is what his goal was. And so when he threw that on the table, I was like, and I said, well, I've had a valid license in a couple of different states or something to that effect. So then he went back and took up another 20 minutes of my time and found the address for me in their jurisdiction for their straw man person in their jurisdiction. And so he wrote that address down, and he gave me a warning. Now, when you guys watch the video in the end, I think you'll see that I really had more to say, but I was on my way to my son's house. My wife and I were on our way to my son's house to hang out with my grandkids. And I cooked their favorite dish actually 2 crock pots of food in the back. That were getting cold. So, the first thing that I like to do, and it works out better if I'm by myself, my wife there, she was kind of enjoying it. But the first thing that I do when things start going bad like this, when the officer, instead of just telling me, okay, Mr. Neighbor, just slow down, you're not in my jurisdiction or whatever, he gave me a warning. And we'll talk about in a minute why the warning's a problem. So he gave me a warning. And so the first thing that I usually do is, if there's a problem with how things are going, is demand that their supervisor come to the scene. And so now you're looking at, another hour, 45 minutes, because they're going to stall and hope that you decide to leave. That's how they play it. They know your ass don't have enough time to do anything. You're in a hurry. You got to go to work or whatever. Everybody's in a hurry. So that's what they're banking on. Believe me, I did this before in Florida, and sucked up 2.5 hours of their time. And when I drove off in my truck mirror, I had a diesel. In my truck mirror, I can see the supervisor. He was all over the place, yeah. But I didn't have that kind of time. And so I just decided to cut my losses. I got a warning. Then I'm not happy getting anything from the damn police. And I'll tell you, I grew up in the hood. Okay, when the police come up to you and flip that little pad open, no habla inglés, no habla inglés no más. Yeah, so, no one who, are you kidding me right now? So that's the number one mistake that I made, was giving him any shred of information. What I should have told him was that, my passport says I'm from the Republic Arizona. So I should have told him, oh yeah, I haven't had. But at the end of the day, you don't need a driver. You don't need a license to drive, unless you're in commerce. Basically, you don't need a license. That whole thing is BS. So no information. And what I told him especially when he whipped out his little notepad, I told him that I was pleading the fifth, and that I was not going to say anything to incriminate myself. Dude, looking at me like, what? Yeah. So he still tried to get information out of me. And I'm like, no, dude, I already told you. I'm not in your jurisdiction. I'm not a U.S. citizen. And so you need to go and do whatever. And my wife was like, man, you're being mean. No, he's pushing me, okay? I already told him what he needs, and he needs to go sit his happy ass down. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the warning that he gave me. And then when we look at it, I think you'll understand why I have a problem with it. So let me do a screen share, and then I'm going to show you guys the warning, and then we'll watch the video, and then I think that'll give you a better understanding what's going on. Well, they've added a couple of new settings here. Here we go. Screen share. And we're going to share. Okay. Nope, it's not working out on the screen share. I got to figure out a different way to show you guys that. So anyway, if you've ever had a warning, when you look down on it and read it, it says right on there that in the state of Kansas, the county of Leavenworth, unlawfully operated. It has my name on here, so they're talking about me here. I'm just kind of going down to the part that's the problem. Unlawfully operated vehicle, and then it has my vehicle type and then information, the year and date and everything. And then it says, in all capital letters, and did then and there commit the following infraction. And then it has speeding checked. And then when you scroll down, there are some other things that they could check if you were making more infractions. But down at the very bottom, it says, this is not an arrest. This in capital letters, all capital letters. And there's a dash. And then it says in regular letters, this is a warning of a violation committed and or defect to be corrected. So basically, the problem with getting a ticket from the police officer when there's no injured party or no damaged property is that that police officer violates the separation clause in the Constitution when that officer signs that summons to appear, the ticket or whatever, the warning, whatever. The officer is in the executive branch, and the separation clause in the Constitution mandates that the branches of government are not to be are to be separated, so they won't have this stuff going on. Yeah. So, and they're not. So that's the first order of business. The police officer violated your due process and the Constitution by signing on the summons. The summons is supposed to be signed by a judicial officer of the court that actually saw you or has damaged property or an injured party. So, I mean, I played football and I boxed when I was in college and I was young, and those are two things not smart people do. So I had to keep this simple so I can keep up. Now, I'm going to figure out a different way to scan this. I'm going to put this video together. So you guys are actually, it's part of, I'm going to have it posted tonight. So you guys will see, you can go to the video and take a look at what the warning looks like. And then the officer's card is right at the bottom of it, along with the phone number to the Leavenworth, Kansas Sheriff's Office. So anybody that would like to call and ask about Mr. L. Dunn, Durnaz, badge 456. He still wrote his badge number, kind of. It's not sure if it's a 4 or a 7. Yeah, I'll put his information in there. If anybody want to call and ask them why he's violating people's due process rights, that would be interesting to know, because he's not allowed to sign, and he signed this. He signed this warning and gave it to a person that's not a U.S. citizen, that's not subject to their statutory codes and things, because codes are not valid laws. They do not have enacting clauses. They do not have titles or bodies. Those are the three things that your state constitution mandates must be present for something to be a valid law. Welcome, Raymond. Ramon. Welcome, David. You guys should go to the address shown on the tape at the bottom of the screen and give StreamYard permission to use your username. Looks like David did, so he got that handled. So we can see who we're talking to. No, there's you don't need a license to travel. That's all BS. Their license system connects you to your straw man, and the straw man they use for surety. Yeah, I can't say y'all know what I'm talking about. They hold the straw man responsible for your ass. They hold your ass responsible for the straw man. Excuse me. That's the way that goes. Actually, it goes both ways, I guess, right? But a straw man don't take the beating, because straw man just on books. So no, you don't need a license to travel. That whole thing is ridiculous. And when you provide your passport and they go back and run it and find out you're on the other side over there, they're supposed to say thank you, please slow down, have a nice day, or you're not in my jurisdiction, get out of my face, or something. But they're not supposed to come and give you some stuff like they're still in charge of some shit. So I'm going to address that here as soon as I have time. And yes, I'll be using the traffic package that's on my website. Now, someone complained in about that package that there was a page in there that had foreclosure stuff in it. And if I remember correctly, there was a page in there that had foreclosure stuff in it, and it says that you're supposed to put the facts from your traffic ticket in there. And I left that stuff in red, which is all the stuff that's come out, so people will understand what they need to put in there. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's foreclosure. It doesn't matter in my program. If you get the right stuff in my program, you're going to be going after them for the day-to-day process and procedures that they use to line you up in front of their administrative court to be violated. So it's a whole different program. So we don't need to worry about so much of that stuff. So well, great, Dave. So now you got a sticker in their face. And it's simple. I mean, I don't think it's most people in foreclosure or whatever, they're trying to go after the lender. I had someone tell me just the other day, oh well, after I filed your stuff, they decided, and actually this person called me, and I'm like, okay, don't call me, okay. I don't need you. I don't take phone calls for I like to keep my phone open for the people that are trying to get in and have questions about. After you get in and you're rolling, then you need to communicate with me on Facebook in the group or Messenger or whatever. That works out best. But later on, I found out that he was all excited and was calling me because they sent him the paperwork after he filed the paperwork, the lawsuit or whatever. They sent him the paperwork and offered to do a loan modification. And he was really excited. He filled out the paperwork for the loan modification, and he signed in black ink instead of blue ink and did some other stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know why people, why, if you stick something in their face and they respond in a couple of days with some kind of offer, if it's not your deed, then it's bullshit. I'm just saying. All they're doing is running your ass out of time while they move you up on the list for the eviction so they can get your ass out of the property before they have to worry about this fire that you're sticking in their face. And those people are the people that didn't watch the instructional video, the updated instructional video. Those people are the people that invested in the 42 U.S.C. 1983 Civil Rights Package, but instead are trying to remove stuff and do all this other junk that we did months and months ago because they watched all of those training videos now and they don't need to. They're smarter than me. I don't know. It's very frustrating. The updated instructional video, the 42 U.S.C. 1983 package is new. It is a result of all of the other videos and stuff that we've been doing. So you can't get that package and then start doing this other old stuff in it because all you're going to do is shoot yourself in the foot. And we have a couple of people that have done that. It's important to watch the updated instructional video that outlines the process that you need to stop the state court situation, and the eviction videos also outline the process that you need to stop the state court situation. Good evening, Kathy. Welcome to the stream tonight. We're talking about the traffic ticket situation. Now, so this traffic ticket thing, I learned just like the criminal from the School of Hard Knocks. Well, they weren't that hard on traffic ticket because I beat their face all over it. So what I learned in a traffic ticket situation is that most of the time this traffic ticket crap is done in municipal court or JP court or some other lower court, and that court is not even connected to. Well, I won't say the real court because could be the real court if you sue the right people, but it's not connected to the state court. So why the hell is municipal court down the street? So I like to start at the gate when I'm researching shit. So when I started researching this, so municipal court, where does it get its jurisdiction? Municipal court gets its jurisdiction from the city ordinance. It says that right in the clerk's manual, in the state of Kansas clerk's manual. It says right in there that municipal court gets its jurisdiction from the city ordinance. Like, wait. What stinking corporation can give your own court judicial authority to take people's shit all day long? That's what they're doing. And so once I figured that out, well, no, I'm challenged. Well, okay, here's something else for you. I found out in the state of Kansas, the municipal court traffic judge, is not a damn judge. Go check. The traffic judge is another damn attorney that was really shitty at doing his job. Or maybe he was good at it and got promoted. I don't know. Either way, it's crap for us. Okay, so he's not even a judge. He's a damn attorney that they appointed to handle all this stuff over here because it's separate from the state court. So what's that tell you? Hell, you can make your own damn court up and shit. That's the same thing they're doing. But they don't get held accountable for it because they conditioned us to believe a bunch of shit that's not true. When people get in my program, I used to tell them, look, everything that you thought you knew about this, forget it. Because it was lies. It was all lies. Pretty much. I had one lady told me, oh, being in your program like being in the dark. No, it's the total opposite. It's the total opposite. She said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, I don't know. Let me explain to you. To me, okay, being in a program where you're going after the people who signed, the people who paid the people who signed, and the people who signed the rule without an injured party or damaged property, that you're going after that. Yeah. So now things are going to be a little bit different. So when you guys get these traffic tickets, you need to head over to my website and take a look at the options that you have available for you, and then you need to head over to my YouTube channel and take a look at the instructional video that outlines how you need to use the package. In the instructional video, I open up each document and I show you the document. I talk about the things that you need to know and stuff. I have a lot of people who think they're watching the instructional video and they're watching a video from a year and a half ago, stuff that we don't even do anymore. And then when I ask them, no, you're not talking about people getting grumpy, then I just tell them, look, the instructional video shows me opening up the lawsuit package and talking about all the stuff that's in it and sharing things that you need to know. And if you don't watch the instructional video, you're not going to know what to say when they tell you that your stuff is shit, and you'll be like this. And then they'll know you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. And once you get yourself in that situation, it's a lot harder to climb out of that hole because they have no respect for you. Well, thank you, Facebook user. Be nice to know who you were, but I'll take that any day from a Facebook user. Uh, and we're still learning. We're still learning. Nikki Ross had a situation where she coached Ross, where she was coaching someone, and they forced them to return her deed, to deliver her deed to her as mandated. And they didn't even have to file a lawsuit. She was using the traffic the challenge property tax package, and she didn't even have to use the lawsuit. So, oh, and that's Veronica. Okay, yeah, Veronica is using the prosecutor eliminator package to help one of her friends, and I'll tell you right now, when they go into stall mode, you got them in the corner. You just need to, you know, my grandma used to just need to hang on to that pole, boy. Hang on to that pole. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for your comments, and I'm glad things are working out. A lot of people get in my program and they're in a hurry. And if you're in a hurry, then you shouldn't get in my program. I'm just saying. You should not get in my program if you're in a hurry. Because people in a hurry are in a hurry because they want to hurry up and get over there so the judge can, help you. The judge is not going to help you. You are not trying to go to court. Are you kidding me right now? They don't set your ass up to go to court until they already decided on what their program is going to be. And I can guarantee you their program ain't the program that you that you want to be on. Of course, you already know that, and that's why you're fighting them. So getting that lawsuit package, I have a lot of people call me, and I can't help you until you get your package, until you educate yourself on how to use the package, until you do all of those things to get your ass to the gate. My job is to help you stay at the gate and keep them at the gate too, because they're thinking they can't come on your half, and you don't want to step over there because it's. And so that's how this works. You gotta take the horn by the bull and get this thing rolling. You guys, I'm gonna put my website on here so you guys can. There you go. We have the tools. You do the work. WinningCourtNow.com. We changed our name to reflect what we do. So now we're pro se litigation, lawsuit school. We provide the tools. You do the work. Okay, back to the program here. Now, let's go over a couple of things too. One of the things that I always do when I'm getting pulled over is I'll turn the dome light on inside the vehicle. I'll roll down the windows on whatever side. If I have people sitting on both sides, I'll roll down all the windows and turn the dome light on so the police officers can see in the vehicle while they're approaching and stuff. So, I have respect for the police officers as long as they stay, as long as they stay out of my face, unless there's damaged property or injured party. But nonetheless, it makes it safe for everybody. If the officer is feeling safe, the officer's going to be less wanting to do anything to make the situation safe. And then when you're going to have to jam the ass up with what you know, it's always good to let them know at the gate, dude, I'm waiting to get my wallet out. I'm kind of big. I just want to let you know I'm not going to be a problem. Unless you make me drag your ass into court. Yeah, no, they won't. But you know what? More people are fearful of them and don't even want to go to court. I had a lady tell me one day, "Oh, coach, I'm so scared." Okay, you know what? I ain't trying to hear any of that. Okay, I'm coach. I ain't got time to hear that you're scared or that. Let me ask you something. Are you more scared of them throwing your shit out in the yard or going to court? And she thought for a minute and she said, it's about 50-50. Click, I hung up. I hung up on her ass. Yeah, I called her back a few minutes later and she was like, okay, coach, I get the point. Yeah, you're one of those people that are going to have to wait till they're coming down the street before you do anything. And at that point, it's going to be too damn late. So, David, these are, I don't know, I guess these are attorney questions. And if you're acting as your own attorney, these are questions that you would ask yourself. Well, as far as me, no, I got a warning. But the warning said that I committed the violation in two different places. Yeah, so I got a problem with that. I wanted to show you guys the warning, have it as a PDF, but I couldn't. It was not working the way I pictured it would in my head. So, so I got to figure out a different way. I'm going to put in the video tonight that I'm making with this traffic ticket situation. And then I'm probably going to start a new playlist so that people can keep up with just this if they're interested in this. Instead of having to go through all of the videos in the traffic ticket thing, I'm going to make this a separate playlist. Because this is, well, I didn't know it's going to go on very long, but the two $10 seatbelt tickets that I used to learn this, I took to federal court, and yeah, it took about a year and 2 months in federal court before they finally called me. The judge called me with the state people in his office to have a conference call. Yeah, and that was pretty funny. They wanted to know what it was I wanted. So I'm like, oh, so I was kind of, well, I'm screwing with them. I'm like, oh, so the 5.5 is off the table? Yeah, you can hear a pin drop. Nobody. Yeah, so we worked out the deal. And it was what I wanted, except for the 5.5 million. I wasn't really after that anyway. I just wanted them to kiss my ass. Yeah, when the police are telling you to do stuff, refusing, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would depend on the situation, but refusing. As you know, I mean, like in my case, I'm like, dude, if you're going to give me a ticket for driving without a license, give me the ticket. My wife can drive, and I'll see you in court. I'm gonna make them the best deal that they're going to make. If he decides he's going to arrest me, then I'm not going to fight that shit. Oh hell no, shit, that don't end well for black people. and that's what they want. They want you to act stupid so they could beat your ass. I mean, like I said, I did stuff when I was young that not smart people do, so I have to keep it simple. I'm not going to give them opportunity to beat my ass because I'm, being stupid. So for me, I don't know about refusing. That's refusing. If they're telling you to get out of the car or whatever, refusing, it's not, I think if I was like in a situation where I was fearful, really fearful or whatever, I would demand the supervisor be there. I'd be on the phone calling the police station myself, so 911, so that other people can hear what's going down. I'd start recording. You got the Facebook on your phone, do it. There are a lot of things you can do to. Oh, okay. He meant recuse. Okay. Because I was like, that was not a good idea to refuse to do what the police are telling you. But some people do. But I I think for me, I would like to try and shape and mold the situation to end well in the end. Because I already knew the dude passed me. Usually on the highway, if you're driving, they'll flash the lights on you or whatever. The dude passed me, and he didn't decide to turn his lights on until we looked eye to eye passing each other. And it wasn't dark, and I didn't have tinted windows. So what was it he saw that made him, I had to wait for him because his ass was speeding too. Oh, yeah. So that's great, Ramon. I'm thinking that you got a file now, and people got to be properly served, and so you got at least you got it rolling, and they can see that that you bringing fire. I don't really. So what we do here, we don't really recuse them either. That's no offense, but the Facebook user, because you're not using your regular name, but we don't have to recuse them. We don't do that. That's what we did in the past. We don't have to recuse them. If you do this right, they're going to have to recuse themselves. Okay? They're going to have to recuse themselves. If you add the state, now you can add it to a counterclaim if you're not facing an eviction process. If you're facing an eviction process, then you can't do it that way. You have to file your claim in state court and federal court. But we don't recuse them. We make them recuse themselves. If you do this right and you file you add the state and you add the judge, because the judge is paid by the state, the judge doesn't have an injured party and has no jurisdiction to be talking to you about anything. The judge is paid by the state, and therefore there's conflict of interest. And you add the attorney to the counterclaim and file in their case, or a whole new case, and file your lawsuit in federal court. Okay, then now here's what happens. I mean, here's how the coach is drawing out the punching plan for this party. So once you get your federal lawsuit filed, you already got it filed in state court, and you're jamming up the judge and the state, and now those parties have to hire attorneys or do something. Most of the time, the judge has to recuse him or herself because that judge is now a party to the case. So once the judge is recused, the case gets dropped, or I don't know. They don't really like to use the word dropped. They just with the judge So when that happens, now you can order the federal judge to make them fools sit down at the table and have a settlement hearing. Think about it. Because when they have to dismiss that shit on the state level, there's nothing to litigate. They dismissed it because they were screwing up. So a lot of people don't get themselves in this situation because they're trying to remove the case and they're trying to do all this other stuff that we used to do. Dude, those things, the reason we don't do jurisdiction and the reason we don't do that stuff anymore is because they all required them to rule on it. Think about it. It required them to rule on it. How was that working for you? Not worth the crap. So now, instead of worrying about that or arguing their lies, we go after them for the day-to-day process and procedures they use to line your ass up And now you're not arguing all of that stuff. What you're arguing is the fact that that the police officer signed that stinking summons that should have been signed by a judicial officer, and you're arguing that all of the people involved in the case are all paid by the state who's trying to lock your ass up in jail. Nice. Well, not all of the advice, because I did tell you to go to that website and put and okay, you're talking about the important shit. Okay, I got you. I got you. Traffic commissioners. Yeah, they tried to call him a traffic court judge here until I found out that he was appointed, and then the law firm that he used to work for, and there was some dirty stuff about. They did not like me bringing all of that stuff up. There was a reason why he was doing traffic court stuff. Well, I had a person contact me, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't know what judge. They haven't got their. They got the eviction already wrote up, but there's no judge." Well, add all of their asses. I mean, I mean, come on. That's not if you can't figure that out. I'm thinking that I need to block you already, because you're gonna be calling me every day. Now, add all the damn judges. Add the chief judge. Add the damn attorney general's ass. The idea here is to learn how to punch these people in different ways. Okay, you need to learn how that we're not defended. You cannot be, if you're a defendant in my program, you shit. You need to go and throw your shit out in the yard yourself. Yeah, one of the things Evan and I like to do, and I taught my son this, he's in law enforcement, and he said it's one of the, I always like to leave them a back door, a way out. I'll show you the I'll show you the way. Follow me. You want to lead them a way out. I had a guy tell me, it's not about money. It's about staying in your house or staying the hell out of jail. That's what it's about. It's just simple. It's about staying in your house or staying the hell out of jail. That's kind of pretty much it. So if you can acquire either one of those, if you can achieve either one of those, then I think you're going to be doing good. I had one person said they weren't going to sign the non-disclosure statement. That's what attorneys make you do when you kick their ass. They make you sign the non-disclosure statement. And this guy's, like, dude, he wants to give me a review. I was like, dude, just leave me a review in the beginning, and then if I don't get reviews in the end, there's a reason. There's a reason. You get a great review in the beginning, I review the stuff, it's badass, and then you don't get a review in the end, and there's nobody talking shit. Come on, guys, put it together. Yeah. And the other thing, too, the more people you add, the more complicated it becomes for you. For me, I don't like to add extra people unless I don't coach adding extra people unless you're facing an eviction process or something, or have some kind of special situation to where it makes sense to add them. Because at the end of the day, the state is the one paying for everybody. You can have 17 commissioners or whatever, no offense, but at the end of the day, the state is the one. These people don't have no money and no pull. The state is the one that's running the show. There you go. Someone put the term there. You guys head over to my website if you guys need something and take a look at legal options that you have. I'm going to, this is all I got to share with you guys tonight. I want to let you know I appreciate the value of sharing your time. And I will see you in the next live stream. Now, I'm going to post a video. Yep, it's still pretty long. I'll post a video later tonight that's going to show you the warning that they gave me, so you can see the wording on it. And that wording is going to fit right in my traffic ticket package. So that's what I'm going to be using. So thank you guys. See you guys in the next live stream.